Did you know that this is the 6th consecutive month that detached homes have seen a decrease in sales? But what about them prices? Where are they at? Hi, my name's Adam Fife, your Calgary Realtor. If you're planning on making a move, or if you just have some questions about the housing market here in Calgary, go ahead and book a call. It's the first link in the description right below this video. Okay, so here are the numbers for detached homes in Calgary for the month of September. Now, we're gonna start this off by looking at the year-to-date stats package for detached homes. Now, let's break this down. Everyone's super curious about price, so we'll just get right into the good stuff. And right off the hop, you can see that this is the 4th month in a row we've seen a decrease in the benchmark price for Calgary as a whole. Now, we are at $628,000 for an average single-family home, which is $5,000 down from last month, $20,000 down from the highs we saw in May, but almost $72,000 up from last year. What a crazy market. Now, sales were the lowest that they've been since January of 2021. New listings in inventory have both fallen together as well, which is really good to see, as if the inventory was going up as sales were falling, we would see an even bigger decrease in pricing, in my opinion. Days on market for the detached home is the highest it's been all year. And now let's remember that this is all of Calgary. You will need to break it down into quadrants and communities to get the full picture of what's going on. Next, I really like this graph because you can see a clear run up in price and then it quickly falling off over the past few months now. And this is mainly due to the sharp increases in interest rate that we've seen all over the country. The red line is price, the blue bar is inventory, and the green bar is sales. So yes, obviously prices have fallen, but it's good to see inventory and sales fall together. Back in February and March, you can see that sales actually outpaced inventory, which caused a very fast increase in price. So now that sales have fallen greatly, there is a large gap between inventory and sales, so you can assume that prices are going to continue to fall, especially going into the winter season. Again, this is total Calgary, so we need to break it down into each individual quadrant. And I'm going to do just that. Now, this chart here showcases each quadrant of Calgary. This will help us understand what's going on a more micro level. Now, there's a lot of good information here, and you can spend a lot more minutes browsing through it at a slower pace than what I will explain it. So, when first looking at this, everyone wants to know what their price point is in their quadrant, and you can find that here. You can see that the Northwest, West, and East all saw increases month over month, where the city center and south both had some sizable decreases, causing the total city number to fall by 0.079. So year over year, every quadrant still had a pretty high comparable to last year. Moving along, months of supply is a decent indicator to see just how much demand there is in one quadrant over another. You can see that every quadrant, minus the city center, is pretty close to 2 months of supply, meaning if no new buyers came to the market and no new listings came to the market either, it would only take about 2 months to clear out all that inventory. This is still considered to be somewhat of a seller's market, but obviously we are heading towards more of a buyer's market with recent interest rate hikes and a few more on the horizon, apparently. Moving along, let's look and see what price points are the most popular in Calgary year to date. Now, you can see that the $500,000 to $600,000 price point is the most active, where the other 3 popular price points closely follow. Now, when you compare these to last year's numbers, you can see that the higher price points, about $600,000 and above, saw a nice uptick, which we haven't really seen in the last few years. Now, I did think that this was super interesting when I came across it. The year-to-date sales last year actually outperformed this year's numbers by 28 sales by October 1st. But when you dive into the numbers to compare to see, what is actually sold compared to last year, you can see that the $500,000 price point is the tipping point. Last year, there was a lot more sub $500,000 sales, whereas this year, it's basically doubled. So it's kind of neat. But that's all I got for you folks. I plan on doing these videos every single month, so make sure to subscribe for this high quality insight. Book a call with me if you want to dive into these numbers in more detail, as there is a lot more to unpack here, but I don't want to overdo it in this one video. So make sure to subscribe, and until next time, peace.